and welcome back to my channel. Today we are building something that is completely out of my comfort zone. I've never built a house on this little trailer thing, but I've seen a lot of people do it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, probably TikTok, basically every social media, and I've never attempted it myself. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because I was scared of it or what the deal was, but I went with it this time. I was going out of my comfort zone. I'm happy I did because it turned out absolutely adorable. In case you guys are curious, by the way, if you want to be able to adjust the height of like a wall like this, like I kind of just did, not the wall, I guess the height of where the foundation would be, but don't want to have the foundation. Really easy. Build 2 floors, get rid of the first floor and drag the second floor, pretty much how you would drag the foundation. You could do this to make bridges. You can do this to do so many other things. Just a super helpful like tip. And if you want to look for the trailer and find the trailer, then you can go to debug, and it has it towards the bottom. It's part of base game. Anyways, so for this, I was looking online and I didn't intend to build anything 2-story. I don't know if this is considered well, it is, but it's kind of lofted up. Like technically speaking, I think it would probably be a smaller like top wall, but you can't do that on The Sims. But I really like the way that the shape turned out on this one in particular, because again, it's like something I've never done before. The only thing that I really do regret, I don't want to say the only thing, but one of the biggest things that I regret with this build is that I built it on a diagonal. And if you know anything about The Sims, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this video, then you know how treacherously difficult it is to build on a diagonal. It's awful. It's horrible. Everything's stretched out in the wall height, or the wall width, I should say. And it's just awful. Nothing makes any sense at all. And you're going to see that in the inside about how like an item that is only 1 square big doesn't stretch out, but it doesn't cover the whole wall space. And it was honestly a headache. I got a headache making this build. Like I did not have a headache. I built this and I had a headache afterwards. It was a disaster, but it was worth it because it turned out really cute. My biggest goal for this build in particular was to give it kind of a woodsy vibe, that maybe this is a family that has been staying on this property for a while with their like little mobile mini home deal. And when I do the landscaping, you'll see that I added tons of like trees and foliage and all that stuff in order to give it that kind of lived there for a while look. Sorry, I'm having like PTSD looking at some of these things because this was so difficult building a deck, because I realized like I couldn't remember for the life of me where like the flat horizon was at that point. I had just been so focused on looking at the diagonal from what looked like a view where stairs and stuff would work, but it didn't. So I ended up building kind of this way, which I realize looks a bit wonky. However, it does work and it doesn't look that bad once like officially put together. It doesn't really make much sense either. I don't understand why it is 2022 now and Sims hasn't fixed their diagonal issue. Why can't I build stairs on a diagonal? Like why? I don't understand why. That can't take any more game effort or anything. I mean, honestly, maybe there's a mod for it. Because if there is, I'm downloading it. And I'll let you guys know because it drives me bonkers. And you're going to see all the problems I ran into realizing I built a loft and I can't put stairs at a diagonal. At least they have ladders, so that's what I did use. But it does work out in the end, and I'm okay with it. I got over it. I hit it, what I would think to be okay. Or good enough, I should say. Anyways, I love this wallpaper, like outside exterior color. I just think it's so beautiful and vibrant, and I love the different tones of the wood. And it goes so well with the woodsy vibe that I was going for, and also kind of similar to the picture that I was looking at for reference. And it just, I don't know, it just looked really pretty and beautiful and fit the vibes. And thing you might notice, okay, so I always kind of, it sounds terrible to say this, but I always kind of base my build, like the aesthetic of it and the look, from the outside. So I won't worry about the windows, the rest of the windows, until I get to the inside and need to worry about the precise location of them. And even then, I really don't care. I don't care how the windows really end up on the inside or on the back of the house because I'm not going to see it. It sounds terrible, but I go for the pictures and everything, and that's my biggest priority. Here's an example, guys, that you can see where that tub is normally a 2 wide tub, but it would not fit in the 2 wall spaces. Same with that counter. A 1 wide counter would not fit on a diagonal wall with 1 space because the wall is stretched out on the diagonal, but the counters are not. This almost drove me mad during the whole interior, and I rushed through the interior because I was just so frustrated. And like, look at the shadows on the counters. Like, what the heck? And I had to alt place every single one of them. I sound so like whiny, but it was so annoying. I encourage you guys to try to build at a diagonal. You will regret every choice that you made to do the build. I'm telling you right now. Maybe don't do it. Just save yourself. Don't do it. Don't bother. And also, I deleted this whole kitchen. I don't know what I was going for. I said I was going for this kind of like a hipster tiny home. I don't know. And I put in grandma cabinets. Taylor, what were you thinking? I don't know. I wasn't. I was too frustrated with the dumb diagonals at this point that I didn't even know how to think anymore. Ugh, it's okay. It's okay. It was frustrating though. And I do end up deleting it, I think probably right in here. And I replaced it with the Dream Home Decorator cabinets, which I seriously am obsessed with all the Dream Home Decorator things so much. It gives me like IKEA vibes. I feel like if IKEA ever like collaborated with The Sims on a pack, which I mean, I don't ever think that would happen. They've never done a pack collaboration like with a company. But if they were, I feel like it would be Dream Home Decorator vibes, and I'm here for it because I seriously love the stuff. Love the cabinets. I use them all the time in a lot of my builds. I like the swatches that they came in. The biggest issue I have with Dream Home Decorator though is I feel the shading on a lot of them is very off. I don't feel like a lot of it is, I don't know. I feel like the shadows are just worse in this pack than any other pack. And that kind of agitates me, but it's okay. It is what it is. I'm not gonna complain too much. No, I am. It's just very annoying. It's baffling to me how some things haven't been fixed yet, but so be it. Anyways, it was nice in this build with the diagonals. Like, here's my one spew about how it's benefit of having a diagonal home. Since the walls are bigger, I'm pretty sure, I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure this would count as a tiny home because it's only what? I can't count. I'm moving too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 9 or something, or 8. 8 by like 3? Or is it 4? It's not big at all. But like if I were to build this as a normal rectangle, not on a diagonal, then I wouldn't be able to fit near as much because it's not stretched out. So, I mean, I guess that is one benefit. I was able to fit a full living room. Well, full living room as in a couch and a TV, which I'm not very happy with how I laid out this couch and TV. I mean, the TV is literally blocking the window, but can you imagine the sun? No, I can't. I can't even think about it. I was going to say the sun coming in and just blinding you watching TV. We're not going to worry about it. We're not living here. Maybe your sim is, and your sim, I'm sure will get over it. And I was able to fit the full kitchen, like a literal full kitchen, a little office space, as well as a bathroom and a lofted area with a big bed. Not a small little dinky bed. No, I fit a full on queen size bed. And that was all shocking. And the biggest shock of it all, so I finished building. I was so done with this build. I was about to upload it anyways as just a cute build, accepting the fate that I knew it wouldn't be functional. Psych. That baby is functional. Everything that I placed somehow ended up being functional. And when I tell you that is some kind of witchcraft sorcery that was on my side, I mean it. I absolutely mean it. And I'm going to kind of explain why I thought it wouldn't work at first when I get to the bathroom, when I finally resize it. For one, like, look, a 2x2 bathroom would normally be like a small area. It's huge in this. So I ended up resizing to this and I was like, this is not going to be functional. And I was like, dang it. So that means the whole build is a dud, basically, you know, and it's just sitting there to be pretty. And it's not really fun to have that, but I was hoping maybe one of you would figure out how to make it functional, but nope. I guess because it's at the diagonal, it's functional. I made sure my sim went down. She sat and did her business on the toilet. She washed her hands and she took a shower. She had no problems. And I was like, okay, pop off, queen. So I was really happy that this worked. And the office works. It's kind of strange how you have to get the laptop to work that I'm going to place coming up. You have to like sit in the chair and then use the laptop. She won't go use it alone, but it does work. So I'm very happy. Maybe it'll stop Sims from coming in and just like playing your computer the first thing they do, because you have to kind of, I don't know, path it to it. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully, hopefully it'll keep Sims from coming in and the first thing they do is like, Umblugla, Nabishu, and they go on your computer. I kick them out instantly. I'm like, you need to leave. I don't offer any assistance to their horrible behavior. It's horrible. Can you imagine going over to your friend's house and be like, hey, what's up? Nice to see you. And then hop on their computer and not say a word to them the rest of the night. Because that's what Sims do. It's mind-boggling, guys. It's mind-boggling. Anyways, I didn't forget a trash can. I know some people have in the past been like, oh my God, you didn't have a trash can. If you're going to make trash, at least make quality trash. I was baffled when I read that, guys. That's okay. They can't see this video. I blocked them. Because I don't deal with any negativity here. But yeah, it's because I forgot a trash can. But here I am. I put my trash can. So I hope that person, if they somehow do watch this video, whoever said I didn't put a trash can, I did this for you. I did it for you. So you should be very proud. It's for you. The ladder is functional, guys. Baffling. I know. And I lofted it up because I didn't know what to do with all the space. I got really nervy. I was like, what am I going to do with all the space that I have up there? I was like, I already put my office down here and it's all cozy and cute. I'm just going to loft it. And it gives a little more like, I don't know, tiny home vibes. I feel like most tiny homes are lofted. I mean, how many tiny homes have you seen in real life? Me? None. But hey, maybe I will someday. Maybe I'll move into this one. No, I'm definitely not moving into this one. Although it doesn't seem like a bad deal. Like, it's kind of cute, not gonna lie. But I would definitely decorate it differently if it was my house in real life, which doesn't say much, actually. I should have probably put more time into the decor. Well, somebody please redecorate this for me and re-upload it and tag me. I wish you could tag people in the gallery. You can't, can you? I don't think you can. But I would love to see people's renditions. And also, I would love to see, like, other people build, like, this style. I seriously love it. I think it just turned out so cute, and like it being functional made me so much happier because I did not expect it. I decided to go with like a stovetop oven because I don't think that's something you'd have. Like, I don't know, guys. I've never been in a tiny home. I don't know. Like, I just threw stuff in there hoping for the best, and it's fine. It's fine. Everything's well. All is well. The world is fine right now. Couldn't figure out where I wanted these dang rugs. I eventually did figure it out. There we go. If you notice, guys, I put in my wallpaper and my floor last, and the reason I do that, so I often, you know, if I see a piece of furniture I like or a decor item that I like, I will buy that item. And whether it be in The Sims, you know, I'm going to place it, or whether it be in real life. And I kind of go, I vibe everything around my furniture. Not the color of stuff, like the color of my floor, the color of my wall. In my apartment, I mean, I have very neutral colors. I'm looking around right now. I have like, you know, whites and grays and browns and stuff. So whenever I were to get a house someday, I'd hopefully probably add like an accent wall or something, or a little more color pop somewhere else. But I can base it around the furniture that I already have. You know, I like to have the theme of my furniture before I go and put a theme. Like, I don't want to have to base my stuff off paint, you know, and flooring. That might make no sense to you. It might not, but that is pretty much the reason why I do it. I like to base stuff off the furniture colors, especially because look, like I'm adding lots of those green tones, but like even that coat rack, that like brownie color, it would work. And like those, the chair legs, how it's a darker brown, that's how I knew to put a darker brown floor. Otherwise, if I really wanted to put like a white kitchen and I put the other chair legs and it was that orangey tone and I already had the brown floor, I would have to change everything. I'm just so picky. But I guess that's a good thing. I guess it depends. It's a good thing in this instance, I'd say. I don't think I kept that plant. Oh, thank God. I hate the color of that plant. It's too blue-green and I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. I'm listening to music as I'm recording this, and there's Yoshi on my other screen. I was like, I need a Yoshi color. And the plant that I did put down was Yoshi, so I'm happy about that. The upstairs is extremely boring. I can't even beat around the bush on that one. It is as boring gets. I just decided to not care about the upstairs because it was just ugly how it was. And they're gonna sleep there, and that's all they're gonna do. Which, by the way, functional bed, she can sleep. I tested it, and I was shocked by that. I was truly shocked. I was like, there's no way she's gonna be able to like weasel her way. Now, don't go like too ham in the middle of the night because you might fall off the loft area, and well, that would just not be very fun. You might fall on the couch though, but you'd probably break your couch. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. Looking at this, I really wish I would have kept the dark wall that I'm about to put. Hold on. Yeah. But it gave me too much like prison cell vibes. I went with white. God, the bathroom's really ugly too. I should have put stuff on the sink and all that, but some people don't like the clutter when they download builds, and I kind of just like to almost put placement furniture with a little decor. Kind of if you're like buying a move-in ready house and there's just like a couple things that they're like, oh, just keep. So when I was thinking about the exterior, like I said, I wanted it to be something that looked like it was lived in for a while in the same location. So I added some of that like base game grass around the wheels, and wildflowers everywhere, bushes everywhere, tons of overgrown greenery. And I think it really added to the vibes of like a campsite feel, which is kind of what I was going for. You know, they're stationed there for a while. This is their little this is their spot, and they could move at any time. I mean, I guess they're gonna have to run over a bush, but whatever. Terrain paint. Did I say terrain paint? Guys, if you want to up your builds, terrain paint that mofo. Especially under like tree shadows like I just did, or under anything that's shaded or driven on or anything like that, because that adds realism. Think about like, I guarantee, wow, I've never thought about this. But I mean, there's not a blade of grass under your house. There's no way. It's dirt, you know? I mean, half of it's probably smushed down, but like, let's say you have a raised up deck and you're looking under. There's no grass, and if there is, maybe it's from the slits of like looking through your deck or something, but no, there's no grass under your trees. We used to have this huge front tree at my parents' house in our yard, and it was just like shaded, and there was no grass in our whole front yard. And then the tree goes away and there's grass. So just, you know, use your knowledge on it. I did add a pond, and I do like doing ponds in general because I just think they add like a little, and it turned out really cute. So I wanted them to have a little fishing hole. I felt like that was very camp vibes. I wish I built on a bigger lot somehow, but I also do like how close to confined this one is. I think it just added some cozy and cute campsite vibes in general. I'm kind of thinking about making like another one next to it. Though I also think I want, well, the fact that I built this in New Crest just makes me die on the inside. Why would I choose New Crest? Lord knows. But I kind of want to make this a hodgepodge of all kinds of builds in New Crest. I don't know. I think that'd be really cool. All kinds of different styles. Modern, this little, you know, campsite thing that I have. And maybe do, I don't know, a farm. All kinds of just random stuff. Because I just think it's really cool to have, you know, choices. And especially, I mean, I've never personally built up New Crest by myself. Or am I in Willow Creek? No, I'm in New Crest. I've never built up New Crest myself. Never filled it up. I'm always switching save files. So I think it would be really cool to finally have like New Crest built up with builds. Especially with uploading to YouTube now and more frequently doing these speed builds and whatnot for you guys. I really think it's going to be fun. Especially because I love building. These stones, guys, I could have sworn they were from Get Together, but it looks like they're base game. They're probably in debug. These stones tied it together so much and matched exactly what I was picturing in my head. When I tell you, I was absolutely ecstatic when I found these. I mean, I almost jumped out of my seat. I was so excited. It's really like kind of relaxing watching these be placed in like a sped up sense. I kind of like it. I like speed builds. I feel like this one, I also took your guys' advice from the last one. The last one was a bit quick. So this video is a bit longer, but I really do feel like it's not too fast at all. I feel like it's a really good speed. So I'm really happy. I appreciate the suggestions that you guys gave. And I appreciate everyone who, decided to watch and support me as well. So cannot thank you guys enough for the support on the last video. And I hope that you enjoy this one just as much. It's not over. I feel like I'm wrapping up, and I'm not. Like, you still got a good 5 minutes. Anywho, absolutely love the little picnic area that we added. I was really debating whether or not to add that picnic table. I was kind of just shook and torn on what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted the campsite, so I did add that. And you'll see later on, like when I was just trying to like add a lot more junk, I did add tents in the back, and the tents that I did add were like kind of with the thought that it's a family that is staying on their friend's property, or something like that. I don't really know, but I just thought it was a good little touch. I've definitely gone to a place where I've stayed on like somebody's property in a tent. Like, it's not that weird, especially if have a tiny little house, a shoust or something, if you will, that they're staying in, and you just pitch a tent. Or maybe you just want the camping experience, which, I don't know. I'm not a fan of camping. I don't like feeling grimy and dirty and slimy and gritty and sweaty and sticky and bug spray and suntan lotiony and sticky and itchy from the mosquitoes. I sound like such a diva. I'm like, don't touch me. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. No, I do. I actually don't mind camping, but I don't like it when it's hot. Anyways, these are my last details that I'm adding because I'm freaking obsessed with just adding random junk non-freaking stop. And I couldn't stop. I literally couldn't. I was like, okay, there has to be more. Let's have the tarp under the, everything. And that's okay, because I really do feel like every little detail that I did add from this point on helped the build and accented the build, especially like these bigger plants that I decided to add. I think they really helped. I mean, I honestly, guys, I will die saying this, that you can never, ever, exterior and interior, ever have too many plants. I see something overgrown and I'm like, I love it. And it's overgrown and nasty, kind of like this, but it's so voluptuous. It's so pretty. I don't know. And it might be the reshade, which, oh, by the way, guys, sorry that all my icons, like, on the left are showing like I haven't ever touched the items. I've seen every item in the game, but I reset my PC to factory settings the other day because I was downloading way too many sketchy custom content sites. Which, speaking of custom content, if you guys want an all CC build, yeah, let me know, because I am having a hard time not using CC these days. But I was downloading so many, what I would say, sketchy things, and I think it jacked up my computer. So I gave it a fresh restart, and she is kicking, she is running, and she is flying. It's kind of funny. I had 86 gigabytes left. I downloaded everything that I had before, and now I have 800. We don't ask questions, okay? We just go with the flow. So I'm just adding my last minute details, though. Of course, saving, because Lord knows I don't do that. I always check over to make sure, is there anything else I could add? I know what I was thinking at that point. I could hear myself in my head thinking, I should probably add more in the bedroom. And I didn't, because I was like, nah, I just didn't feel like it. So what do? That's right. I go and I add more freaking junk everywhere. But I'm happy I did, like I said. Especially like this wood stack. I think that added a lot. Yeah, very cute. Very cute. And I think that's from Get Together. Like, that's almost like a necessity at this point, I feel, is having that little wood stack thing. But I do love how it came together. It took a while, but all of a sudden I looked and it was just a beautiful little forest of goodies. And I wonder how many times I've said "and" in this video. It's kind of crazy doing voiceovers. You feel like how much you repeat words. Bye, I'm never going to talk again. No, I'm kidding. You guys are just going to have to deal with me blabbing from now on. Hope you are happy. But look, the stairs actually turned out, guys. I didn't mind it at all. It actually turned out kind of cute. Well, since that is pretty much the end of the video, guys, well, the end of the speed build parts, you're gonna see a little thing that I put together so that you could get a whole preview of the build. And if you did like this video, as always, guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support goes a million miles. And let me know what you want to see next, because I love listening to you guys and I love listening to community suggestions. Thank you so much for watching and being here, and happy Friday!